Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today is the second update of Arkington International Airport, located an hour from Atlanta. Some interesting environmental changes for today's update is the right side of the airport's runway is closed for maintenance. So, flights that would usually depart on that runway right now have to come over here. It is also 12 o'clock in the airport's time, so there is a huge traffic influx due to it being rush hour. As of now, there is 4 new routes, 4 new flights, and 3 new operators at Arkington International Airport. To start off today's update, we have this Azerbaijan Airlines Tupolev 154 deloading passengers, cargo, and getting new fuel and new food on the plane after its flight from Lisbon. Something special about this Lisbon route is that it came from Azerbaijan to Lisbon, then Lisbon to here. Next up, we have this Azul A350-900 getting ready to push back for a flight out to Sao Paulo. This flight happens twice a day, and this is the departure flight. Next up, this Delta 757-200 is going to be taking a flight over to Seattle. It is currently getting cargo, food, and passengers boarded whilst fuel is pumped up in the plane. Next up is this Emirates 777 that just came from Dubai International Airport. It cannot deload passengers or deload food yet due to a rowdy passenger. The passenger will be escorted by police and maybe ambulance shortly. For our first new flight and route, and also airline, is this Eastern Express SAB 340 going out to Miami International. It is currently getting fuel, passengers, and it will soon be pushed back by this tug right here. Next up is this Continental Connection Beach 1900D. It just came from Fort Lauderdale in Florida. It is currently deloading passengers and getting new power on the plane. Next up is this Breeze E190 from Las Vegas. It is now deloading passengers, getting new food, power, and deloading baggages while it sits here. Our second new route, flight, and airline is this Pan Am 727-200. It is just came from Denver and is now deloading all of its passengers and cargo. For the next sector of this episode, we are looking at the cargo section, where a Cargo Italia DC-10 is going to be heading out to Rome in roughly 45 minutes. Next, in the cargo area, we have this Everett Air Cargo MD-83 from Los Angeles. It is just deboarded all of its cargo, which will be taken over to the cargo area to be put onto trucks, which will make deliveries. It is currently getting power as well as this. For the final plane in the cargo section, we have this Qatar Cargo 777 going out to Doha in 5 minutes. It is slightly delayed due to a lack of workers, but that will be fixed soon. Next, we go over to the private section, where we can find a Pakistan Air Force Trident that came from JFK 2 weeks ago. It is currently being given heavy maintenance due to while landing, it had a bird strike. Next up in the private section is come on, focus, camera. Okay, anyways, this Cessna Skyhawk 152 is coming out to Louis Armstrong International Airport. We can find two G500s which have taken some flights. This one on the left has taken a flight out to Denver, but it just got its return flight here about roughly 15 minutes ago. And the one on the right has not yet left, but it will be going out to St. Martin. Next, we move on to this Japan Airlines DC-8. This is the first flight that we will be covering in this sector of the episode. This next sector is actually all planes that are on the move for departures or arrivals. So this Japan Airlines DC-8 is going to be going out to Tokyo Haneda. Next up, we have this Polar Cargo 747 going out to Anchorage. And then after Anchorage, it'll make a cargo stop in China. Then from China, it'll go back to Anchorage. And next up, we have our third new route, flight, and a new airline. This is an American Eagle CRJ 200 going out to Detroit. Next up on our departures list, we have this Delta 717 going out to Las Vegas. It will be leaving shortly after the next flight. Next up, we can find this U.S. Airways A330 going to here, but it actually took a long flight from Lisbon. But we can find it doing a go-around due to the next plane. That plane in question is a Lufthansa 787-9 going out to Frankfurt. It is about to take off in roughly 5 seconds due to its late departure and quickly getting on the runway. It made that U.S. Airways A330 do a late go-around. Next up for moving departures, we have this WestJet 737-600, which just pushed back from the south side of the airport and will now be taking a flight out to Montreal. And for our last taxiing / departuring takeoff planes, we have this United Express BAE 145, which came from the south side and will be going out to Wisconsin because this flight is actually operated by Wisconsin Air. For the last new flight and new route, this United Airlines 737-500 is going to be taking a flight over to Denver. This aircraft is currently being pushed back and will soon taxi to runway 11 to take off. And over here we can find this United Express E-175 going out to the small town of Provo. Now that we've covered all the flights, I will give you guys updates on things that aren't necessarily flights and things that are updates and planes that need, for example, cleaning. First and last cleaning is this Hapag Lloyd 737-800, which is currently being given power and cleaning. It will depart in roughly 3 hours. For the first terminal and area update, we have Terminal 2 having Breeze and Pan Am requesting to own a gate. They are both requesting to own these two gates here, and both want to have a share in this place instead of just coming here because ATC told them to. So for now, it's just whatever airline ATC tells to go here, but very soon it'll probably be Pan Am and Breeze's gates. Next up, for this little nook and cranny of the airport, we have this area where excess and not needed baggage and cars are not in use are put over here to wait. For example, these de-icing trucks, it's not winter. So next, over here in Terminal 3, which is now owned by United and American, they are both using this gate fully, and over here at these stands is wherever airline ATC decides to send over here. So the stands don't necessarily have a dedicated airline, but these free gates do, which is American, United, and sometimes Delta comes over here every once in a while. But yeah, over here in the construction area, workers have complained a lot about noise, or not so much noise though, but there's stuff being blown over by jet blasts from planes. So now they are telling the airport to bring over these jet blast barriers to protect them. And the airport did it the day after they asked. So now the workers are happy and are now starting to restart constructing the hangar. I'm not sure when I'm gonna get the hangar, by the way, for this area. That might be in the future, in the near future. I'm not entirely sure. That is going to be it for today's update. The next one will probably be in a while, and it probably will not be very soon. Or at least I'm not expecting it to be very soon. But I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys next time.